ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick 1st down.
1st down, Atlanta.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of mid.
Brendan, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Ryan on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
It is
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Packers nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Aaron Jones.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 10. Play action, Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Complete to Hayden Hurst.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. The 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you do I ever.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go play action with Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
To Hayden Hurst.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Down Falcons.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw again is Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone, you get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The Falcons field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other tthan the extra point. That's it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the 1st half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jarrett on the stop.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it. Good play. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Aaron Jones.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 24, Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
On the carry.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have moved out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up second.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this...
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. The Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons.
To number 18.
Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd down and 8. On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ryan. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the Packers' 14-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the tackle.
When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that's complete to Adams. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Falcons 27.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 27, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Ryan on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
21 yards.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And this is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This is Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 39, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
A give to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively.
It's a gain of 7.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him. Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a